Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Alright, welcome AREWA Besties. AREWA Besties. Welcome. Sanunku Dezwa. Okay, today's topic is on parenting. And to be honest with you, there was actually what brought about this video was the fact that there's this video that is trending. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It's about a young boy that had issues with his mom. I saw it on Facebook. That had issues with his mom, and he got in the house. He was breaking things. He was destroying things. He was angry at his mother. He was misbehaving. Even though much later I heard the guy came on Twitter and was saying that his mom was abusive. She does not give him opportunity. Enough of that. Personally, I'm in Nigeria and I'm in Africa, yes, and I think we in Africa, we have a certain way of parenting, and those in the diaspora, they have a certain way of parenting. Okay, do you know, for me, I don't think there's any defined formula for parenting. Honestly, I know one thing is for sure, that parenting is a very difficult job. Truly, like, I'm a mom of two. I have a 7 years old and a 4 years old, and to be honest with you, the journey, I know, is not that far. They're not yet approaching teenage years yet. They're not close to it yet. They're still kids. But honestly, you could just tell that as the day goes by. I can't tell you, I have a book where I wrote how I'm going to parent these kids. These things just come as the day goes by. Okay, that brings me back to our own kind of parenting. That is, should I use the word? I don't know if I'm right to say the olden days kind of parenting. Like me, I grew up in a home where my dad was very, very strict. Not only was he strict, he was unrelatable, to be honest with you. But my mom was okay. Yes, to some extent she was relatable. To some extent she was stiff. You understand? So, and we grew up like that. Okay. I believe that the old parenting, that is our own parents, let me be more specific, they were more impulsive. Like, they imposed things on us. Like, for me, I felt I didn't have the right to choose some certain things I wanted. I was being given everything. Like, what I mean by giving everything was the fact that I was told what to wear, I was told what to eat, I was told how to make friends, I was told what friends to associate with. Like, my life was not about me. For me, as far as I'm concerned, I was living my parents' life. Like, I wasn't living me. Do you know, for me, I feel not until now that I grew up, got married, started having my own kids, that I think, I don't know if it's with age that they said comes wisdom, that I would say I started building my own personality. Do you know, I didn't realize that I was a nonchalant person. Not until now. Like, I didn't realize that there were a lot of things that didn't get to me. You understand? Like, I would say I don't have a heart, or I would say I don't have empathy. Let me be very clear. What I'm saying is that I didn't realize that I was the kind of person that was easily going to let things slide. Like, I wasn't taking things personal. I was not the kind of person that today you say shit to me and tomorrow I take it so upon me. Like, along the line, I even find my fault in that same time. Like, okay, maybe I provoked this person to a point that the person said these things to me. Do you understand? And I'm not trying to tell you again that I give myself up to people to just take advantage of or manipulate. No. What I'm saying is that I just discovered, initially I used to think I was the kind of person that paid so much attention to details. But I just realized that I was this person that sometimes even forget a conversation. Like, when you and I finish having a conversation, I might forget like 50% of that conversation. Do you understand? I didn't realize that I was that kind of person, not until I grew older and became like a mom. Like, I became fully independent. Sure, you understand? So what I'm trying to tell you is that we were not allowed to showcase our personality. But now, modern parenting, do you know, before we cook in the house, sometimes I need to ask my kids, what do you people want to eat? Like, we cook according to what these kids want to eat. Yes, would you say it's a or a fail? Would you say it's a pass or a failure? I don't know. Just drop it in the comment section and I would answer you. During our own days, when Momsy wakes up in the morning and said, today we're cooking yam. See, even if you're not in the mood to eat that yam, you go chop that yam like that by force. Yes, so you go chop pan like that. But now we get to a point where want to cook rice today in the house, and the kids were like, no, mom, we don't want to eat rice, we want to eat spaghetti. Sister, me, You will change your recipe, you will change your food for that day to spaghetti. So honestly speaking, I think while growing up, we were not given the opportunity to showcase ourselves, which I think we now, the modern parents, are trying not to make that same mistake with our own kids. Yes, like personally, there are certain things that, and let me just tell you something again. There are situations where we can't run away from our family upbringing. You understand? That's why they say charity begins at home. You understand? I'm not saying that our parents' parenting was wrong. No, in their own capacity, they tried their best. For me, I am the person I am today due to the parenting I got from my parents, either religiously, either socially, either morally. Do you understand? I'm not condemning our parents' parenting. What I'm literally trying to say is that as the time changes, we need to move with the change on in time. You understand? It doesn't have to be impulsion. It doesn't have to be by force. It doesn't have to be beating. It doesn't have to be. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Now that video of that boy, he was doing that. For me, I felt whatever it is your mom did to you, you didn't need to do those things to prove yourself. Probably there's something that my people in the north will say into the bongo. That is when you're pushed to the wall. But I honestly, to be honest with you, I still didn't give that boy a good credit for what he did. Like, for me, that is a fail on that child's path. Then let's come back to the mom, to the parents themselves. And in the video, you could hear the mom saying, I called his father. So does that mean that there might be a fatherly absence in that boy's life? Yes, there might be. You understand? So sometimes I know there are situations where the parents cannot be able to parent, like co-parenting could not happen due to some situations. Some situations could be divorce, some could actually be death. But you on that other side, where being a single mom or a single dad, how do you cope with things like this? Because to be honest with you, on the other part, being a mom, I felt for the mom in a certain way. Even though in the video she was like, leave and there. You understand? Like, I personally don't know her own parenting skills as well. Even though the boy came on Twitter and said his mom is abusive, she's arrogant, she's violent, she does not give him room to speak. Do you understand? So honestly, both sides, I think they need help. On the side of the parent, on the side of the mother, maybe listen to this child more, and on the side of the child, maybe be more patient with your mom, because there are some things that these children don't even realize. You need to be patient with your parents. Like, when we grow older, we're scared, and when these kids gradually become independent, like they're beginning to go out, we're afraid. Like, who are they hanging out with? Who are they with? Like, the boy actually said he goes to his neighbor's house to eat, which for me, I don't know how close they are with the neighbor, that the boy goes to the neighbor's house to eat. So I don't know, you can't tie these kids. And one thing with these kids, the more they grow, the independent they get. If it's the females, they eventually get married and leave the house. If it's the men, of course, they gradually become independent and equally leave the house. So for me, I feel parenting is not just parenting. Like, what I mean is, you give the child for the child to also give to you. Do you understand? I am not condemning anybody's pattern of parenting. If you're the type that don't want to hit your child, fine, it's your parenting. I don't have anything against it. If you're the type that want to hit your child, fine, is your parenting. Even though even here in Nigeria, of course, hitting the child is not a crime or anything. But overseas, I heard that the child can actually call police on you. So you see, that too on its own can give us different kind of parenting. But I think literally in plus or minus of what I'm trying to say, or let me just say in summary, in conclusion of what I'm trying to say to you, is that parenting does not have a formula, but we just need to try. Let's don't make the same mistakes that our parents made. If on my own part I dictate the kind of mistake that my mom or my dad made, so why would I want to repeat that kind of mistake with my child? And the ultimate for me is pray for your child. Prayer is the key. Just pray for your child, honestly speaking, because children of nowadays, you cannot really dictate, or you cannot guess the direction they are going. In Hausa, let me still say, my Hausa people will say, meaning you give birth to a child, but you didn't give birth to the child's character. So just because you gave birth to the child does not mean you fully know the child's character. There are times that, like for me, I think this pandemic period was an opportunity for a lot of parents to know their children, and the children also vice versa to also know their parents. Like, it was for me a bonding period for a lot of parents and children. And I believe the pandemic also played a major role where that boy, the Chidera, also they call him, did what he did. I think it got to a point where him and his mom, they got to the breaking point where the guy exploded and the mom had no choice than to just watch him. So for me, I feel by God's grace, they might be moving towards a better relationship. Do you understand? But I'm not saying we should always dance to our children's tunes. Yeah, as a parent, you need to stand and assume that, I would say assume, accept that role, play that role as a parent. We can be everything to our children. We can be their parents, we can be their friends, we can be their confidants, we can be their teachers, we could even be their role models. Yes, like up to now, I still say my mom is my role model. My mom is a very hardworking woman, very educated woman. I still see my mom as my role model. So we are so many things to these children. The moment you find yourself pregnant, positive pregnant, and you decide to keep that child, just know that from that day you have carried load on your head, load that will linger forever. So the thing is, let's just pray. Parenting has to do with a lot of prayers, a lot of wisdom, and a lot of hard work. Sure, you understand. So thank you so much for watching my video. Hope to see you in another video, and thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not subscribe. It's free. Just press that red button and don't forget to on the notification bell so that each time I upload a new video you would find out on time. Thank you so much. AREWA bestie, love you. See you in another video. Bye.